So if you know me or been on this channel for a while, you know I criticize many Country Bar channels, specifically content from Country Bar channels. While I do plan to make more, and there are still dozens of these channels out there, I also don't want to make it seem like the Country Bar community is a dying community just filled with these content from channels, because there are still many great Country Bar channels, and while yes, I have mentioned some of them in my videos, they're usually the big channels like Solo Bars, Pwn Bar Official, and Anjob. So I decided to switch things up today and make a more positive video about the Country Bar community. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about good Country Bar YouTubers that make quality content and what I consider underrated. Not just in the community, but in YouTube in general. And I also recommend subscribing to the channels I mentioned if you're a fan of Country Bar's content. But before we begin, please like and subscribe as we're less than 2,000 subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers, and join membership if you want to support me more. So with that all out of the way, let's begin and start with the first channel. 3D Country Bar Animations, while not active anymore, has made some of the best content in the community in terms of animation, which yes, he has 200,000 subscribers and many videos with millions of views, but I still think he deserves way more recognition. First off, the quality is great, the lighting on the Country Bars is amazing. Out of all the made 3D Country Bar channels, he's definitely the best. I think the video that shows this best though is his video of putting one of his Country Bars in a real world setting, which looks super well done. Also, the humor is great, like as there are some jokes that are actually funny. I also like the music choice as he puts into his videos, it can really fit the mood of the situation, which is something because realistically YouTubers are only allowed to use copyright free music, so the fact that he's able to pull this off is impressive. Now like I said, he isn't really active anymore as his last upload was over a year ago and his last community post was around 10 months ago, but there are still many videos that he's uploaded that you can enjoy. Also, I like how he uses the Country Bar eyes as like headlights in the dark. Whatever that was intentional or not, I think it's a very cool detail. I honestly hope he does return someday. And now it's time to talk about the second channel. Ace Animations was formerly a mixed 2D and 3D Country Bar channel, and now it's just a 3D Country Bar channel, and currently has 110,000 subscribers, which, that's it. Now the animation's pretty good, and also the humor is great. Like a lot of jokes he puts into these videos come out of nowhere, but then when you think about it, it actually makes sense. I think his best videos in my opinion will be certain areas in the background, specifically the Middle East and Latin America, as the humor is just on top. Similar to Solar Spheres, they do also have a lot of random sound effects, which makes the video super funny, and also he does it much better than Solar Spheres. Here's an example of how many sound effects are just in a single scene of one of his videos.
God! Shut up! I got a pizza.
打开好中国，现在我有冰淇淋，我的基本冰淇淋。
It's certified.
你那很气干了。
Now while he is active, he only uploads every few months, which makes sense though. Animation does take a while to do, which do expect that from many of these Country Bar YouTubers that I'm trying to talk about. Also, he is pretty active on the community posts, which he does upload every few days. Well, that's all for Ace Animations. Now it's time for the next channel. Now, Bulgarian Country Bar is the most subscribed channel I'm going to be talking about in this video today, as he has over 300,000 subscribers, which yeah, that's a lot, but compared to many of the big Country Bar channels, yeah. Now, Bulgarian Country Bar actually used to be one of the larger channels of the community, before channels like Mrs. Virgo, Anjob, and State Bars blew up in subscribers, which is sad because he's definitely one of the channels that deserves to be in the top 50 most subscribed Country Bar channels. Now, similar to Ace Animations, he doesn't upload often, which once again makes sense because he takes a while to upload high quality videos. The videos are super informative, educational about certain histories of certain countries, and are super accurate. You know, unlike one Country Bar channel that does these videos as well and has 5 times the amount of subscribers. Now, in terms of animation, I want to admit the animation is good, but not as good as other Country Bar channels like CPS Bar and 3D Country Bar Animation. But still, it's much better than over half of the Country Bar channels that have over 1 million subscribers. Just because the animation isn't the best in the community doesn't mean his efforts should be dismissed. I mean, the fact that this is just one person doing all of this is a main reason why, in my opinion, he deserves at least 1 million subscribers. And now, it's time for the next channel. CSTP Bar only has 78,000 subscribers, and similar to 3D Country Bar Animations, isn't very active anymore, which is sad because his videos were entertaining and well animated, like super well animated. The hand-drawn animation is great, super well done from the movements to the lighting to the shadows, and even the grass he puts a lot of effort into. And the fact that he doesn't even have 100,000 subscribers is honestly crazy. However, fortunately, while he hasn't uploaded in a year, he does post a community post every few months, with the last one being 2 months ago, so maybe he'll return and start making Country Bar content again. And now it's time to talk about the final YouTuber. The final channel I want to talk about is Spinal Stuff, a YouTuber that, despite the quality of the content, has a super low subscriber count, even lower than mine, and it's probably the most underrated country bar channel I found because he only has 1.5 thousand subscribers. Now, he has only posted 6 videos, which all of them are super low down. His animation style is similar to CSTP Bar, with the fluid hand-drawn style, which looks super good. You can also easily see his improvements in his animations, especially the last 2 videos, and comparing them to his oldest videos, with the lighting, the backgrounds, the movements, even the explosions look super well done. If I'm going to be honest, this animation does remind me a lot of Lackadaisy, which already looks beautiful. His last upload was on December 16, 2023, but based on the replies of his community posts, he is still active. I definitely recommend subscribing to his channel, especially if you love country bar content, as it's much better than most of the top country bar channels that we have at the moment. And that wraps up the list. I know there are many other country bar YouTubers I didn't talk about in today's video, so if you guys do have country bar YouTubers you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments below so that I can make a part 2 if you guys also want that. Well, that's all for today's video. Please like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys later.